Oh, hi there. We haven't done this in a very, very long time. For those of you who don't recall, during the pandemic, I'm Emmett by the way, I had about 100 straight nights where I did 100 different Irish beers. A lot of you liked it, but doing a beer a night for 100 nights was a bit tiring. But I did kind of miss talking to you about beer here. So, been putting a bit of work together on my room, lots of other stuff in my life. It's been a couple of years, and yeah, I'm back. So the Pint of View is coming around again. Calling it the Pint of View because I'm not going to limit it to Irish beers this time. Don't worry, we are going to be indeed starting with an Irish beer with this episode. But the idea is to hopefully about once a week, just do a beer, talk to you about it, tell you what I think. Won't always be a new one. Tonight's not is not a new one. But it'll be just a beer I want to talk about, and we can give it a go. And for Jared Hewitt and a few of the old school people who like those old videos, I haven't gotten any better at pouring, so this could get stupid very, very fast. So tonight's beer is Rascal's Strawberry Milkshake IPA. Strawberry Vanilla Shake IPA. Because I figured if we're going to come back, we might as well come back with a bang. So hi to Cathal and Emma, and hi to Emma and Cathal. Here we go. Let's see how badly I pour it. Gosh, I'm sorry, Jared. It's okay. It's kind of the way it's meant to be poured. Here's the can for those you haven't seen before. I got this in Stephen Street News in Dublin, which is a nice little off license in the city centre. And yeah, I figured, it's one I've had before, but one I haven't had in a long time. And when I was in Stephen Street News last night, I had just come back from the joys that is trying to set up online streaming for my parents to watch GAA. If your parents are as old as my parents, and as technically challenged as my parents, you know that was quite an experience. So I digress. Oh wow, yeah. Well, the one thing that, in fairness, is a pretty common thing with Rascals is just smell freshness first of all before you smell any actual scent. Like, it just smells beautiful. But yeah, getting a little bit of orange oddly in the nose, but it's more toffee than orange. I'm realizing. I thought it was orange, then it's toffee, which I know are very different. But I'm a crazy person. Sometimes it takes a moment for me to work out what I'm smelling. That can lead to all sorts of awkward situations. So we give it a swirl for no reason at all, but for the camera, because it does nothing at all. Yeah, actually, before we drink it, you can see it's a very, very hazy beer. Like, it's not very transparent at all. So cloudy beer. It's been a while since I did this. Help me along. Come along with me on this journey. Wow. I'd forgotten not just what I had forgotten what it tasted of, but I'd forgotten how it tasted, and they're two different things. Like, that vanilla hits you fast, with the strawberry sort of flushing out of it, and then this nice sort of, fresh, hoppy, beery feeling to bring it all back down. We should really check the ABV on this, shouldn't we? I mean, gosh, it's been so long. I don't really know what I'm doing. So where are we? As ever, I find it a nightmare to find it, but not too quickly at all. 5%, it's a 440 can, 440 ml can, for those of you checking. And yeah, it's great. Really, really good beer. No, yeah, that was just the wrong hole, sorry. So the first thing you think with a flavor profile like this, because I said, like, the vanilla hits you like that, then the strawberry, and then that nice beer to wash it down. First thing you're going to think is summer, right? Well, yeah, don't get me wrong, definitely a great beer in the summer, no question. But I'm pretty certain there's only like the coldest depths of winter where I'm thinking this isn't absolutely fine. It's pretty darn good now, and we're only in April, and it isn't that warm here in Dublin, folks. So yeah, no, getting the job done. And by the way, I can't remember if this was in the original 100 videos I did. It might have been. I've forgotten what I said then. Why don't you go back and check and see? And if you're liking what you're seeing, by the way, please subscribe. It's always a good idea. Apparently it helps. But sure, subscribe anyway. Be a bit of crack. I'll be doing a few of these, so you keep up with it all. Yeah, so, good beer. And I like it. But what would I eat it with? Well, that's a very good question. Rhetorical thingy-majig. Just make it up. Because obviously, those of you who don't know are kind of going to go, what? Rascals have their brewery and their beer garden that they have and their little restaurant slash setup happens to sell a lot of pizza. But me, as you can see, I'm a bit of a basketball fan here. Although not of the Warriors, no way. A bit of self-respect, come on. Just like the hat and the gear. The Oblate Hall, which is one of the nicest basketball courts in Ireland, mainly because it isn't covered in lots of markings for other things in basketball, is right across the road from Rascals. Went there with herself, Shabangi, last summer for an Ireland game against Estonia, women's international basketball. Great atmosphere, great crack. Ireland won. And before that, though, we were over in Rascals. We had our beer, we had our lunch. I had the Rock Shandy, by the way, which is a great beer. We'll do that again soon, don't worry. We have done it before, but I think that might be a comeback one in the next couple of weeks or months. And yeah, no, bit of buzz, bit of crack, it was great. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it, is the short version. But like, it's this great setup, like for me as a basketball fan, because going indoor sports, seriously, Ireland, I get it, there's a lot of history thing, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of all the sports we actually have. But how have we not made indoor sports a bigger thing? Rain is what we associate with this country, and you go for a beer, you go watch the indoor sport. Watch more indoor sports, people. Just make it a thing. Anyway, back to the beer, because I've been rambling a lot. So yeah, like Rascals is one of the best places to go for a beer and watch a game. Unfortunately, there aren't that many good teams playing in Adelaide at the moment. Hopefully that'll change. We'll get a couple more teams like the higher levels in there. But because I like the idea of going out to cover a basketball game but starting off in the pub with some pizza, because that's what I like doing. But yeah, great beer. Really enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this rambling and hope I get a bit more coherent, please subscribe and please like and comment and share with your friends and all that. Actually, mention some beers you want me to review in the comments below. That's always a good one. So yeah, comment away what beers you want me to try, and I'll try to give those a go as soon as I can. But until next time, we're back, baby. Sláinte.